The C on his chest shows the respect he's earned. The gray in his beard, how little football he has left. All that he's been through, here, I mean, he's been the ultimate teammate, the ultimate worker, the ultimate leader. You don't know if this is his last game or whatnot on the Bills uniform. It's crazy business. So it was great to get the big guy in the end. So they gave us some great look, and he just piled right in there.
What is up, YouTube world? It's Coffee back with another one, an NFL blog, man. And this is a really dope one to bring to y'all. You know what I mean? For all those that tap in, you guys know it's Bills Mafia to the fullest over here. And Bills have a huge game tomorrow. The biggest game of the season, like it's just this whole blog where we're at, facing the Bengals Monday Night Football, Bills with that number one seed, controlling their own destiny. We know next week against the Patriots, light work. You know what I mean? They stand no chance. We own the East, but this Bengals game is everything when it comes to that number one seed and getting that bye and bringing them playoffs through Western New York, Orchard Park, Buffalo, however you want to refer to it. You know what I mean? In this frozen winter wonderland. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like this, the coldest winter ever. It's wild, man. So this game's everything. As I, have put it before, it's a wonderful time to be a Bills fan. You know what I mean? And a lot of cats that tap into the channel who aren't Bills fans, right? But they're football fans. A lot of y'all are like, hey, Coffee, I see your Bills. They're kind of pulling for the Bills in a sense as well. You know what I mean? And then always got to mention my bro Jay Millie, a Niners fan. We've been like, man, could we get that Bills Niners Super Bowl that we almost got quite a few times throughout, the Bills Super Bowl era? Could we get it now in 2022-23 season? You know what I mean? It's just so exciting to put it. You know what I mean? But what's going on here is Eric Wood, one of the best to ever snap the ball, at center for the Bills, which I don't think he was originally our center. I think he was a different position. And then after some injuries or whatever, he moved over to center and excelled at the job and also had a pretty sharp fro, right? Eric Wood got those golden locks. But as we know, you know what I mean, his career was cut short, a serious injury, and it was a shame. He's actually starting a Bills podcast. I'm definitely going to tap into that, man. That's pretty exciting. But he threw this tweet up, and he said, "Today is the 5-year anniversary of the longest playoff drought in all of pro sports, at the time crumbling down. What an incredible memory. Dalton DeBoyd for the game winner. Hashtag Bills Mafia." And for real, guys, when I saw this, I was like, wow. Like, I remember that day like it was yesterday. Everyone comment. You guys remember that game? We know Kyle Williams was calling it quits. It was his final season with the Bills. He was heart and soul of the team on defense. He ran in that touchdown at fullback. Literally, I got a tweet. Maybe I'll feature it in this video where I was like, man, I'm crying tears of joy. And so many other Bills fans retweeted it, liked the tweet. And I saw a lot of similar tweets. Like, it was so emotional, you know what I mean? To see Kyle Williams out there having fun. I think earlier in the season, they had him line up at tight end, and he caught a touchdown pass as well. And I never realized until I was putting this video together that after he ran that in, he did the celebration that they did was from Any Given Sunday. Like, I really did not remember that. And it was wild too, guys, because a lot of individuals may remember, comment if you guys remember, Tyrod Taylor being referred to as the real life Willie Beeman, man. Tyrod did his thing out there. I mean, obviously we fell short in the playoffs in a very low scoring affair against Jacksonville. But Tyrod is a guy that just kind of gets forgotten. You know what I mean? Looking back on this game 5 years ago, like, I didn't realize that it was the 5-year anniversary when I saw this tweet from Eric Wood, and thinking about everything and where we're at now, man, it's just wild, being a Bills fan, so many of us out there going through that playoff drought. And remembering the Super Bowl era. That's what's wild to a lot of Bills fans that, I tap in with, or, see their tweets or whatever the case may be in this Bills Mafia community. They don't remember the Super Bowl era. It's just crazy to me. You know what I mean? But looking back, or like, it was before their time. And it's just wild, So here we are now coming into this huge game against Cincinnati. Like, I'm so pumped to fluck up. Everyone comment with your thoughts going into this game. But it's just wild, too, when you see Eric Wood share this tweet, right, and reflect back on that day. And we all know what happens, right? We went out there and handled business against the Finns. Finns, man, what a trip this year. The way the Finns fans got so damn cocky, but we went out there, handled business against them. And let's not forget that one year, too, guys. I always got to bring it up. A couple years ago, where all they needed to do was beat our second and third stringers, and it was the Isaiah McKenzie show out there. Just put them to shame. They couldn't stop us. And that was like one of the best defenses in the league that year. We killed your playoff hopes then. And this year, come on, you guys really thought you were going to get the division. Flock out of here. But anyways, we beat Miami. And after that, we still needed a little bit of help. And that help, was that we needed the Bengals to beat the Ravens. And man, that game could not have went down in a more dramatic way. You know what I mean? I say that so often, referring to things being almost like a storybook ending, or the way things play out. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the way things I see going this year with the Bills. Like I said, like pushing for that number 1 seed. We're gonna get it. We're gonna push on. And the way Buffalo is just associated with that cold weather, and having a home field advantage in the playoffs, and pushing on, and getting that Super Bowl ring. Like, it just all seems like it was written that way as well, or something. Like, you know what I mean? If you were to write up a movie script, that's how it would go. But in this game, Bengals trailing the Ravens. And again, it's such a dramatic ending. It's 4th down. We're just hoping that the Bengals can pick up a first down. And Dalton throws, like, what was it, a 40-some or 50-yard touchdown strike. What a play. It was insane. The Bills locker room erupted. Kyle Williams had his family in there. He's like, yeah, man, I get to see a playoff appearance with my Bills, before I bow out and put a bow on this amazing career. You know what I mean? Like, Kyle Williams was that dude. He really was. I remember in a particular season, one of the seasons with Fitz, where we started out real good, I don't know if it was the 11 or 12 season. He called out guys, that weren't out there putting in all the effort. You know what I mean? Like, half-assing it, more or less. But you guys see all the footage playing in this video. That was insane. What a play by Dalton. And we all know what happened next, right?
All right.
Should you read it?
Yeah, I'll have to see what the card says.
This is life for Bengals quarterback Andy Dalton in 2018.
As promised, here's some fruits for your labor. Thanks, man. Much love from Jerry Hughes in the city of Buffalo. There it is. I love it.
It's hard to believe. It's really overwhelming, kind of emotional.
I mean, we feel blessed that it's happening to us. It could have happened to anybody.
It happened New Year's Eve with Cincinnati trailing Baltimore by 3. Dalton threw a game-winning 49-yard touchdown pass on 4th and 12 to put Buffalo into the postseason, ending the Bills' 17-year playoff drought.
I will openly admit I definitely shed some tears. That was pure tears of joy.
What happened next was beyond anyone's wildest imagination, especially for Andy and Jordan Dalton.
After the game, I just kind of checked my Twitter and looked at my mentions and just saw a couple people say, we're going to donate to your foundation. So I didn't think anything of it. And then Amy, hours later, says, you have no idea how many people are donating right now.
I
win the game. How soon after that happened was your first donation?
Maybe 30 minutes. All the notifications come to my phone. So I'm seeing my phone buzzing. My phone did not stop. To the point that I had to contact our IT person and say, can you please do something with my phone? Because we couldn't do anything with it. The emails just kept rolling in.
Donations to Dalton's Foundation were coming in from Bills fans all over the world. Ireland, Italy, Australia, and of course, from Buffalo.
Man, that was wild, right? Jerry Hughes, on behalf of the Bills, sends Dalton that fruit basket. But, more importantly, Bills Mafia, not just from Western New York, from around the world, just overloaded Dalton's, charity, for disabled kids to help them, medical bills and everything like that. You heard his wife, so much to the point, like her phone wouldn't stop glitching. She couldn't use her phone. She didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like, that's how Bills Mafia rocks. Just like when Josh Allen passed away, all the donations to his grandmother's charity. And more recently, was it Tua? Yeah, Tua. We saw Tua thanks to the Bills. Like, it's just how Bills Mafia rocks, man. You know what I mean? And then when he came back for a preseason game the next season, he got a standing ovation. And man, it's just pretty amazing stuff. A wild story to look back on. And here we are now, 2023, New Year's, right? Going into this big game against the Bengals. You know what I mean? The team that helped us out back then. Obviously, we know Dalton's career went on, and the Bengals now with smoking Joe Burrow. Dalton's over there, and we're now New Orleans, headed to Dallas. Is wild, man. Like, Dalton was a solid QB, guys. Comment what your thoughts about Dalton, and and this whole amazing story as well. Your predictions for tomorrow night's game versus the Bengals. That game, you know what I mean? Were you shedding tears as well? Tyrod Taylor, your thoughts as him as a QB, just everything full circle. Let's talk about it all. You know what I mean? But yeah, this tweet by Eric Wood just took me back down this journey as a Bills fan. It's those nostalgia vibes. So go Bills, number 1 seed. Let's get it. Super Bowl, in our sights. What a time to be alive. What a time to be Bills Mafia. And like I said as well, other teams, other fans out there, I want to hear your thoughts as well about the Bills and, this whole story and everything. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to get in the comments. Let's talk. Subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. Lots more content coming. Music, news, sports, and more. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.